puntahan natin yung Indian village. Magandang village.
Pretty much all of the towns are going to be on lengthening my rope that way. So I just take those fibers, twist them together to make sure that they're going to hold, and then I can bring them over to my thigh like this. Twist them together, and they'll roll right together.
What kind of plant you said is that?
This is tree bark. So it comes from the tulip poplar tree.
Okay.
But you have multiple different options in this area that the Powhatan would have been using. You have, just in trees, you have tulip poplar, cedar, maple, pawpaw, basswood, and then in other smaller plants you have things like dogbane, which is this fiber here. You can also process this fiber up to look like this, which is going to be more ideal for textile work because it's nice and soft, almost hair-like.
How do you extract that?
This,
Yeah.
you're getting it from this here. You're just removing the outer bark from the plant.
This one you soak it in water?
No. This one you don't have to soak. If you're going to soak any of them, it's going to be the tree barks. The tree bark you have to soak in the water typically for a couple of weeks until those microbes in the water start breaking down that bark and allowing it to pull those sections of fiber from the inner bark.
Basically, we are doing the same thing.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Thank you, my friend.
Of course. Thanks for coming out.
Have a good day.
You too.
Okay, bye-bye. Can you say hi?
Hey.
Thank you.
Plants we mentioned, you have 100 different things harvested from the forest, from softball fruits to blackberries and walnuts and hickory nuts and all sorts of things, and wild rice, and then you see sturgeon and shad and flounder and bass and perch and little crabs and oysters and clams, and deer and bear and wolves and mountain lions, ducks and geese and bird eggs, squirrels and rabbits, beaver.
Ito yung mga unang bahay nila noon.
Really small ones over there that y'all are free to look at. The average, however, would hold about 20 men. How are y'all today? You can see them, but they're not the average. The largest canoes they say will hold 40 men and 2 long boats.
Available here in Oklahoma. We're moving the land. The Powhatan called this land, where the English would call it Virginia. And to understand Powhatan foodways is to understand a culture that lives seasonally, depending on the time of the year, which is the type of foods they ate. And their diet would change somewhat as we move into summer, into fall and winter. The diet would go from fresh fish to wild game, while they're still feasting on dried or smoked fish, dried corn, dried squash, peas or beans that had been saved from the previous year's crop. So a lot of foods were gathered. These are gathered foods. Berries and nuts and wild rice, juniper, tuckahoe, as well as something called lamb's quarter. a variety of medicinal plants were brewed into teas and purges to treat ailments. I'm showing one way that food was cooked. In a simple clay pot that's been infused with crushed oyster shells as a method of tempering the pot. The hot coals not only stabilize the pot, but evenly distribute the heat throughout the pot, ultimately cooking the food. Where are y'all from?
Ohio.
Okay. When you get over to the English Fort, they're going to tell you that that's Western Virginia.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah. Well, I'm originally from Rhode Island, so I'm
Okay.
up around the Boston Tea Party area.
Gotcha.
My family actually originally was in Tennessee, so
I just read it on the U.S. history before. Now I'm here.
yeah.
My family came here in 1632 from Somerset, England.
England,
Yeah.
we're English too. We have a lot of English. My family, my mother's family was English, so yeah, they came right off the boat from England.
My mother's family was Portuguese, so
Yep, she's from her mother's from Portugal.
I guess we brought over some of the slaves.
Welcome. How are y'all today?
How are you?
Good. And what I'm showcasing is Powhatan foodways in the many foods that would have been available to the Powhatan in a land called Seneca.
Ito yung mga bahay nila dati. Ito yung tinatawag na Jamestown. So papasukin natin. Ito yung mga bahay nung una para hindi mapasok ng katutubo, kaya ganyan yung ginagawa na. So pasukin natin at tingnan natin kung anong uring buhay nila nung una. Ito pala yung mga bahay nila nung una. Mga ganon. So itong bahay nila, ganito lang. Hello. Oh, these are the dishes before. Dishes.
Various foods that they had here.
Yeah. Clams, fish.
Oysters.
So may is.
In there, I use my cordless drill, variable speed. Then of course I had to change the battery. Then you put it in reverse to get it out. The easiest thing is to make the peg to fit the hole, and it's tapered. So you put the skinny side in first, whack it in, that tightens it up. Everywhere you see a peg in the wood is this joint, this mortise and tenon joint. They're all done by hand.
That's exactly right.
It's all going to be slightly different.
Very good.
I do this.
Exactly right.
Even though it fits, my holes don't line up anymore. And I made it this way on purpose. So it has to go the way it was made. All the posts and all the beams are numbered. And you'll see that in the
Ina-explain kung
church,
paano
this
gagawa
house
ng
right
bahay.
here. Those are the two best places to see the numbers. You're using Roman numerals because you're using a straight line chisel, and you can't make a all the beams connected to it are labeled LDI. The post before it, LD. As you go around the corner, you're looking at number 1, because that's where they started to count. We call that mill house by number. Very early IT.
May simbahan din. Ayan ang simbahan. Itong mga unang tirahan ng mga puti nung araw.
That's right. There's the infection and stops the bleeding. So your best option is to not get shot.
Don't get shot. Okay.
Let's say you have another patient who was a sailor unloading a barrel from one of these ships. And as he's working with the barrel, the rope breaks, the barrel falls, and bam, hits him right in the head. And then the sailor starts throwing up, running a fever, his vision goes blurry, and he gets convulsions.
Ina-explain kung
Starts
paano
shaking.
ginagamot.
What's happened is when the sailor got hit in the head with the barrel, he started bleeding between the brain and the skull. It's called a hematoma. It's the only way you need to drain the blood out, or else the blood against the brain is going to kill them. The pressure will. So to get the blood out, you're going to have to use a trephine and drill a hole into the skull to drain the blood out and relieve the pressure. You're going to have to drill a hole in their head. Now that is a rare procedure. They're not drilling holes in people's heads every day, but it's something that a surgeon would have to know how to do just in case. You know, they do that even today. Only today they'll put you to sleep and use more sterile instruments. But just the same, if you're on a bike or a skateboard, you should be wearing a exactly. Grossed you out enough, or is there anything else you'd like to know? Loose teeth.
Yan ang mga bahay nila noon.
Surgeon is also important.
Ito ang church nila nung araw. Tapos ng kukuha. Pamindisyonan. So ganito pala ang buhay nila nung araw. Para hindi sila mapasok. meron silang matataas na building.
Well, if you've got influenza.
So ito yung kanila. Dito sila nakatira nung araw. Ayun. Para hindi mapasok ng mga Indian. So, nandyan ang pinto. Ayun. Parang itong komunidad. May kanyon nakaharap sa kanila. Ang bihis ng mga nakatira dito parang ganun pa rin. So, ganito pala ang buhay nila nung una. Tapos paglabas mo, nagtatanim sila ng dyan. May mga tabako at kung ano-ano pa.